Videowave. I'm Bonnie, speaking to Billy Bragg.
I'm Billy Bragg. Hi.
Videowave goes on the road. Billy's going to be playing at Toads tonight, and we would like to talk to him about up-and-coming videos. We programmed your video Sexuality a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And certainly something to be said about sexuality in the early 90s.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very important subject that we're covering. I think particularly everyone's writing love songs. I think people should also write responsible love songs. And once we had the lyrics for Sexuality down, the video really had to follow that and reflect that. So I hope it came across in a fresh way.
How did Robert De Niro happen to creep into?
Abstract kind of thinking. I mean, I'd like to look like Robert De Niro. I think it's kind of like, it's my fantasy line. And I don't actually really drive a Mitsubishi either. I can't drive anything.
No, not yet. That was probably something else we could be asking about. Are you a big fan of his?
Yeah, I am, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan very much, yeah. Very much of that whole genre.
Do movies factor in to your views of the world prominently?
They factor into my views of America, actually. When I first came here, I think I had a movie-orientated view of America. And every now and then, I mean, it's not really like it is in movies, but every now and then you get a little bit that is, a little glimpse that is. And it's all different movies, though. It's never like the same movie.
Certain parts of the country more than others? I mean, is that like...
No, I mean, walking around New York City looks like a film set most of the time, but when you get out...
Because it is.
Yeah, when you get out of New York, you get out in the prairies, and suddenly you kind of see those huge, big kind of like stagecoach stuff like that, or even more recently Dances with Wolves, something like that. So it does, the country does look like a bit like a film set.
Do you think the visuality, I mean, speaking of movies and the visual becoming more and more important in music, how do you feel about that? I remember talking to you about one time urging you to put a picture of yourself on the record, which you still haven't done. You still don't have a front cover of you.
That's true.
Although that cover looks really good. And you said you did not want to do that. You don't believe in that.
I felt that what's in the grooves is more important than the image that I have or the face that I have. Not that I wish to be totally anonymous, but I do think that you should be trying to put across an idea rather than an image. Ideas are more important than images to me.
Is it getting in the way? I mean, don't you feel like we're getting kind of lazy? It's easier
the image is a lower common denominator than the idea. An image can appeal to anyone, but the idea is something else. You know, I mean, the image of the Tame A Club there, which is frozen on the wall, those guys, magic singing in sand there, Muddy Waters and Buddy Guy, looks incredible kind of thing. But if we could go there and be there, it might have been a really naff sound, and they might have been really horrible blokes.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd really like to, instead of just seeing a picture of the Tame A Club, I'd like to know what that band was playing, what kind of stuff, what did it sound like, what was it on about. That's what I want to have, rather than just an image. I think an image is a lower form than an idea, and I would like to concentrate on ideas.
Well, I hope you won't think that this is a lower form.
No, I don't. No, I think you see that to me, my bottom line is communication, and whether I do that, you know, it's the communication of ideas rather than the communication of images. So when I'm here with you speaking, I can communicate ideas as well as images, which is great. And in videos that I make, I can communicate ideas as well as images. But with a photograph on the front of a record, I'm really just putting across an image.
Yeah, it's probably true. Well, do you have any ideas that you felt you were able to kind of sneak in? There's a lot of humor.
Yeah, there's a lot of humor. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of anti-stereotyping stuff. There's a lot of non-gender specific stuff, which I think is very important. If we're going to talk about an issue like safe sex, we can't talk about that in any particular gender or any particular sexual preference. I think that's really important to me.
Which we will certainly notice. This is the video for Sexuality that you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So, definitely. You woke up my neighborhood.
Yep.
Even funnier.
Yeah, more fun actually, more fun because we weren't burdened, so to speak, with a very, very serious idea to get across. We were at a fun song with a fun video, so that was a little bit easier to make. We could have kind of quite a laugh doing that.
All right, I'm gonna look at it. All right, for Videowave, Billy, you woke up my neighborhood.